This demonstration will guide you through the process of submitting your agreement through myResearch for Sponsored Programs review. You will be able to submit and follow the progress of your agreement. To get started, you will click on the Login using NetID tab that will appear under the Agreements tab and proceed to type in your NetID and password. From this screen, you can get started in one of two ways. While you're in My Inbox, you can select Create Agreement or click on the Agreements button and then select Create Agreement from here. You will need to then insert the principal investigator. If you are the investigator and you're creating this on your own behalf, you will still need to populate number 1, but whoever the creator is will automatically appear in number 2. Number 3, you're either going to do one of the two. Upload an agreement you've received from a sponsor for our review, or you're going to select that the institution generate the first draft. We're going to generate the first draft for this demonstration purpose. The agreement type, you're going to select the most appropriate agreement. If it doesn't fit into any one of these categories, you can select other. The difference between subaward and subcontract has to do with the prime agreement that is funding this project. If it is a grant, you will select subaward. If it's a contract, then you would select subcontract. We're going to select subaward. The start date, we're going to put November 1st for demonstration purposes, and then you would put the end date. So we're going to make it a 1-year agreement. The title of the project needs to match the title in your funding proposal that corresponds to this agreement. You will then be asked to include the funding proposal number. If what you're receiving is an amendment to an existing award, please add the Oracle award number here. In the description field, you can let us know what it is you're submitting to us. Supporting documentation down here. So if this is a subaward that is going out to another entity, what you're going to upload here is the completed and signed purchase requisition, the subaward's budget justification, and scope of work. If there's any other documents that you want us to have to be included in our review of the agreement, you can also upload it here. Hit continue to the next page. And this is where you're going to be selecting the contracting party on who is going to be sending us the agreement. We're going to select Cornell University. If you know the contact party's name, their email, and/or their phone, please add it here. Number 5, agreement collaborators. If there's anybody here on campus that you would like to have permission to read and/or edit this agreement, you would select their name here. It's a search field just like adding the sponsor and adding the PI on the previous page. We're not going to put anybody here, but that's who you can add there. Hit continue. And now we need some information regarding the agreement. So because we selected a subaward, we're going to say that it is outgoing. And then you would just have to answer these questions. Do you wish for the subrecipient to have automatic carry forward? This is going to be primarily dictated by the prime award that we've received. If the prime award doesn't allow for it, we won't be able to flow it down to our subrecipients. Has the PI reviewed and approved the final subrecipient scope of work and budget? Is this a continuation? Number two, do you expect to make a discovery or invention? We're going to say no for demonstration purposes. Are there any unusual issues with this research study which you feel should be addressed and are protected in the agreement? If you say yes, you will just need to describe what that is so that we could evaluate it and make sure that it is included in the agreement. For today, we're just going to say no. And that's it. Once you get back to this screen, you can see that it is in a pre-submission state. And here's the flow chart. In order to send it to our office, you are just going to hit the submit button, say OK. And now Sponsored Programs has received a notification that this subaward number has been sent to our office for review. We will go in and we will assign this subaward to a contract administrator, and you would hear from them shortly. Once we're at this point, it will go into a review status once we've assigned a contract administrator. Once the contract administrator has been assigned, and if they have any questions regarding the submission you did, they're going to hit a clarification request to you. How that is going to look now in this is if we need have a question for you, we're going to send a request. So now if you go to sign in and you see clarification requested, we've sent you something. If you go to the history, you will be able to see the correspondence, the clarification requested, changes submitted. So right now we've sent a clarification request to the PI. Any questions? The way as a staff administrator or a faculty that you would respond to this is you're going to select submit changes, and you're going to respond to our inquiry. If there's any supporting documentation you would like to provide back to us, this is where you would add it, and then you would select OK. And then you'll see that it is now back in review. And this goes back to internal review. Once we've agreed upon everything, the document has been reviewed, you'll see that it will go into a signing stage. That is when we've signed the agreement and or sent to the sponsor the final agreement for their signature. Once the agreement has been fully executed and has been finalized, the status will change to active. And that's when you'll know that it's a done deal. If you have any further questions regarding how to upload an agreement in myAgreements or how to submit a response to a clarification that's been requested or anything else, please give our office a call. The main number is extension 24402 or 29949, or you can contact your contract administrator directly. Thank you.